Joining us now is energy editor, New Telegraph, Adeola Yusuf. Adeola, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Welcome.
Great. I know you've been following this development across the world right now, but if we have to start, if charity has to start from home where we are here in Nigeria, a lot of people have said that the budget we're trying to, rejig and look at now as to how 2020 will look like and all of that should have come even earlier.
Yeah, that's the truth. The coronavirus case, the outbreak and the spread, some countries that are prepared ahead of time, like Saudi Arabia, has even the temerity to say they are engaging Russia in a crude trade war now.
Exactly.
And this is the reason. The cost of production of crude oil per barrel in Saudi Arabia is $4. So crude oil will sell at around $10 before Saudi Arabia will start
feel the impact.
Okay, so the cost of production in Nigeria is about $20. The last time the NNPC and the former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources were saying that they wanted to cut it below $20 to around maybe $18, $16. So anytime crude oil, that is the amount you need to produce a barrel. So anytime crude falls around $30, the freight costs and all that will make it so difficult for Nigeria. That is aside. The country has now budgeted, it places a benchmark that, okay, in 2019 budget, $60 per barrel and 2.3 million barrels per barrel. That, okay, whatsoever amount we're going to spend for this appropriation, crude oil will sell at $60 per barrel, and with that, we're going to. So now crude oil is selling slightly above $30 per barrel. In fact, last Monday, it sold at $30 per barrel. Yes. So that is where the problem is. Nigerians should have started thinking about this.
Between this morning, it's about $32, $33, thereabout that range.
Yeah, that is it. So, and despite all this, it is not a bad news that we are having this. In business, you have a situation where the price will fall below your expectation. You have a time that you keep accruing profit. That was a time the crude oil sold at over $100 per barrel.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so and that time Nigerian was budgeting, was expecting the benchmark, was placing a benchmark of $60, $50. So that time Nigerian was making excess profits. There is an account, they call it excess crude account. Nigeria was keeping money. Okay, so normal thing for a business-minded country to do is to keep that money, expecting a day like this. But between you and I, that account has been depleted. Okay, every year the government, digs hand into that account and, spend money on fuel subsidy, spend money to buy some things that the government will call security, utensils or apparatus or assets. You understand? Every time the government. So now we are where we are now. So there's nothing to fall for.
But talk to us about the spillover effect, especially on the budget. Yearly we talk about budget performance, and also we saw that recently there was an increase, in salaries of workers. How is that going to impact all of this? Okay,
truth of the matter is that there is a crisis at hand. Everyone is talking about trying to revisit the budget, and that is the right thing to do. But before I talk about that, the coronavirus outbreak, when that happened, a lot of countries that have been seriously hit by that are the consumers of Nigerian crude. So naturally, Nigerian crude cargoes have been loitering on the waters without buyers. You understand? That is enough. So then the right thing to do is to look at that budget again, to take a second look at the budget. And I think everyone is trying to do that. The government is trying to do that. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation said a few days ago that they are looking at the possibility of cutting down the cost of production. But I am not so sure that they will cut it below something like $15. You understand? So they will do that and continue hoping that things will improve and the demand for Nigerian crude will peak.
Okay. Well, we'll keep this discussion alive as we get along. Thank you very much, Adeola Yusuf, for your time on the program.